The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of Pacemaker. I'm
back,
Dennis,
baby. I'm Bobby.
and we got Rich in the back.
Shout out, Rich.
All right,
What's
guys,
happening,
we're going to
Rich?
start it off with the kick of the week because we didn't start it off with the first episode. We didn't really talk about it and what we had. Like, why is there a floating, rotating shoe in the background? You want to explain it to him?
Yeah, so every week we're going to go ahead and do Kick of the Week. Kind of just a little history, like, you know, based on the holidays or, you know, whatever events kind of going on. So today we have the Air Max 90 Nordic Christmas. Came out in 2020. Everyone knows Air Max 90 is like one of the most comfortable kicks out there. This specific colorway really brings out the holiday season.
Also has the Sherpa inside.
Oh my God, the Sherpa lining
like
on the
UGG.
inside. It's like wearing a freaking like super big comfy sock. Just all the little details on it. You got the snowflakes on the toe box, the red and green. Just all around beautiful, comfortable shoe. So that's Kick of the Week.
And then last week
Shout out Air Max.
Last week we had the KD6 Christmases.
KD6 Christmas.
Just because we were in the time of the Christmas. We dropped it. We dropped the first episode on November 29th. And it was like our, you know, like our Christmas, the first Christmas episode. But this is
really
our
going
Christmas
all out
episode,
today,
so
as you guys can
Merry
see.
Christmas.
Chilling with my boy Homer. Got Homer in the cut. So about to have some fun today.
And you guys match.
Oh yeah. My boy even got the lights set up too. I don't know where he got those from, but shout out, homie.
I do have to talk about how on the last episode I did bag Applebee's. But
Yeah, you were a little harsh.
okay, but you have to understand like where I was at when I was talking about it. You can't bring a girl on the first date.
Yeah, it's
or
all
if you're
about the
trying to impress
context.
her,
Yeah,
absolutely
if
not.
you're
you
in
got
it for a
time-
while-
yeah, you got time in, absolutely.
Right. Then go split the bees.
Go
like
split the bees.
you know,
Go
go
get-
have a great night.
go
But
get
first
half
date,
price-
guys, like that we're just addressing that. Like you got to do better.
You got.
know?
I mean, you got
like,
half price abs.
you gotta
do
be
got
better.
dollar.
Like,
You do got dollar
Right,
blackouts.
like-
I mean, you could bring your girl
Right.
there. You got to have time in though.
Yeah,
I'd
you-
say 7-month minimum. You got to be with your girl before you bring her.
yeah,
to
you got to
Applebee's.
put the time in.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fucked if
let's-
you're bringing her.
you're
anywhere near
in
the
besides
first 5.
even especially if you're in Buffalo like we are.
I
Like
do
there's
love the
so many
neighborhood.
places.
But I
Like
do love the neighborhood. The Applebee's is sick.
Yeah,
the neighborhood.
after
you were
6
looking
months.
At me, you're like, "What's the neighborhood?"
Yeah.
The
No, I
neighborhood's
know-
like,
I know-
"Okay,
I know
all
the
right,
neighborhood. I'm
just
from
making
the
sure.
neighborhood.
I'm just making sure.
you kidding me?
I'm just making sure. Another thing I wanted to bring up is I brought my mom December 5th. It was her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Marisa.
brought her
We
to the
love you.
Sabres game, and I have a picture of it, and I was showing Rich and the guys before we started the pod. It's a drum. It's a drum.
It's a drum.
It's not a flat.
Not a
Rich,
flat.
Rich.
We don't do the flats, Rich. You know this.
Rich is-
We've been through this before. You know this.
I'm just saying, to all you flatters out there, it was a drum. The Sabres support drums.
They
and
know
that
the vibes.
crispy bullshit.
They know the vibes.
Because you know about the crispy bullshit. But the whole reason why I saw it was I put my mom's name on the jumbotron at the Sabres game. And
Yeah.
I didn't know that you pay $25 to put it on the jumbotron, but it goes towards Sabres Foundation, which I think is pretty cool.
It goes to a
it's
good
like
cause.
a little donation. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get to have a good memory, and it's going towards a good cause.
Yeah, you get to shout out your mother. You know, everyone gets to see it, and you know it's for a good reason.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's dope, man.
I mean, some good
Shout out
local
Marisa.
news.
We love you.
Chick-fil-A's coming to Niagara Falls. I mean, this
Crazy.
is groundbreaking shit.
Crazy.
We have a Moe's, and now we
We
have.
finally have a Moe's
and now we
downtown
have a Chick-fil-A.
NF.
I just don't think it's getting
Where's
talked about
Where's the
enough.
location?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
Anybody have any insight on that, Rich? You know?
The Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going over by where that Starbucks and the Bob Evans is.
Oh, that's
There's
right.
the
Are you
gym there.
serious?
What's the Eastport?
Esporta.
Yeah,
I feel
which
like
is
that's gonna be a-
already
Is there enough
it's already
space
the
over there?
worst
Like-
corner in all of Western New York.
It's terrible.
And now people are going to be fighting to get the Jesus chicken. So
I know.
like-
Just don't go on Sundays, guys. That's holy day.
It's good.
Okay?
Don't go. Yeah, you can't have
Yeah,
the Jesus chicken.
just
on
not
Sundays.
Sundays.
You can't go on Sundays. I
Well,
mean, like it's if you've been in Niagara Falls and you're trying to get to the outlet mall on that back street, forget about it. Like
Yeah.
it's just now
you're royally fucked.
it's really gonna be bad.
Forget about
Yeah,
it.
the
You know,
Jesus
just
chicken.
do
I
your
like-
shopping.
I mean, I'm
online.
glad we're getting
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, but I mean, I'm also gonna you're gonna have to go back roads or airdrop it or to
Yeah,
get
you're just
there.
gonna have to get it
It's
2
just
years
bad,
after
so-
it opens. And speaking of chicken, Don's is bringing back the snack wrap.
Yeah, yeah.
The best thing on the
Yeah, I
menu,
did
in
hear
my
that.
opinion.
It's been a long time
and the
coming.
McWrap, which is like the big bastard instead of the little one.
Yeah.
I like the snack wrap.
You need the Fat Boy, but
Yeah.
that's dope. They're bringing it back. It's been a long time coming.
Hell
so
yeah. Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's about time. But yo, check that off. That's pretty big news, I would say.
Check that off is a huge news.
Yeah.
I'm excited as hell about it. Chick-fil-A is great. I mean, the only close spots we got is Walden, the Walden Galleria. I think
Yeah,
is
it's
the
not too
closest.
bad.
Yeah, it's
about
ass.
20
It's
minutes for
ass.
me.
It's 35 minutes.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you chose to,
Yeah.
live where you live, buddy.
Yeah. Oh,
No, that was harsh. I'm sorry.
yeah. Fuck you, though. Love you, though.
I'm taking the blue cheese today.
Oh, here we go. Donis can't have dairy. Let's keep it going.
Do we got any almond milk for this guy?
Yeah, funny. Oh, my God.
Oh, jeez.
All right, well, let's roll into Smell the O's,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. Smell the O's. If you guys don't know, Smell the O's, Cheerios, Buffalo, downtown. Take a big inhale.
Aroma.
It's fucking immaculate.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. So
The
smell
things,
the O's.
the things we talk about is just shit that's on our mind, things that just we're living onto a day to day. The thing that we wanted to really get into is the fucking driving rules. I don't know if a lot of you people know about it.
Fuck,
Especially
lately
if
I don't
you're
know if
watching
it's-
this outside in New York State. I don't know if you got the same rules as us. The left lane's meant for passing. I don't know if anyone doesn't know that, but it's meant for passing. If you can't cruise, if it's 65, you're going at least 74. That bare
Yeah,
minimum.
I mean the state troopers aren't gonna fuck with you. You got at least a
We're not
7 mile
talking
per
about
hour.
cops. We're not
Yeah,
talking
no,
about
you know
cops.
what? Fuck it. Just
You're
Just
going.
drive.
You got to pass. Left lane's meant for passing. The right lane's meant for cruising.
yeah.
That's
That's
it.
simple. That's
And
simple.
then you got to know the headlight code.
Mhm.
You got to know the headlight
Yeah.
code. You got someone coming up behind you. They flash their lights.
Get the
Move
fuck out of the
over.
way.
Just move the fuck over.
That's
Why
it.
are you there? Like, I don't understand. And then when someone's coming at you, oncoming traffic, and they're flashing their lights at you, cops ahead. Shout out to that dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Shout
that was
out
my
to
point
that
though with
dude.
the cops, man. Like if you're going, 5-7 miles over the limit, like they ain't gonna fuck with you, So I mean, but if you're in the left lane and you're driving like a grandma, you gotta get the fuck out of the way.
Or just stop driving.
Okay, or have someone
Just
else
stop
drive
driving.
you maybe.
Like, I don't understand.
We
fuck,
gotta
just-
we gotta be
just
better
learn
with
the
that though,
rules.
guys.
That's all it is. And like, I don't know about you, but I have like little codes. Like, I started doing like, instead of laying on my horn.
Can you pass me that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks.
Instead of shout out Hartman's
Yeah,
again.
shout out Uncle
everyone.
Hearts. We
Same
fucking love
stuff.
you guys.
We're alcoholics, not really, but we love your stuff, and we do drink it often
Only on days that end
and day.
and
But no, I do like a little horn code, and like I don't lay on my horn anymore like an asshole because I think that's the only time you should lay on your horn is if you're trying to avoid something.
yeah,
But I
anything
do like
serious,
a little quick two beep.
accident about
It's
to
just
happen.
a quick two beep.
Yeah, quick fuck you.
That's what it means.
Right.
Fuck you.
Exactly.
Just fuck you, buddy, as I'm passing you, or if I'm looking at you. I have tints. Cheers. Cheers, Rich.
Community sip.
Community sip. But that's it. Just move. Just move out of the way. And speaking of fuck you, Kansas City.
Wait, I have a question about.
Go ahead.
Okay, about that. Is it okay to tailgate when they're driving too slow in the left lane?
Yeah.
You ride up on
Yeah.
their
See,
right.
I-
You should be able to ride up on their ass, and make them nervous, so that they'll just get out of the way and be so upset they'll just go home.
The problem is
That's
people
kind of
don't
my
pay
opinion.
attention.
And
They're fucking brainless.
but I'm
out
paying
there.
attention. Don't worry about
Right.
it. I know what they're gonna do. I
Right.
know they're gonna start doing the thing with the light,
Yep.
with their brake light. I know they're gonna do it,
No
but I don't
one's
care.
No one's in front of you.
Maybe you'll
Why are
get
you
the
braking?
point. Because why are people on the road when
We're on
I
the
have places
thruway.
to go? That's my.
Every
Get the
time.
fuck out of my way.
Maria
Nah.
gets very upset with me. She's like, "Listen, we're gonna get an accident." But they need to know the rules.
Yo,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm really happy with this segment right now. I really am. Like I agree. I'm not alone in this.
It's like
I
It's
knew
so
I
bad.
was right,
And
and now I know
No,
there's.
yeah,
I found my
100% right.
people.
The one thing that I worry about tailgating is that I worry about those jackasses that, they think that they're in the right and then they just slam on their brakes and brake check you. That makes me want to throw shit at them. Which I used to throw like quarters.
Like you want to get in an accident right now? Well,
I don't do it anymore.
I don't know. We should
allegedly,
say that.
I used to throw quarters. We'll just say allegedly.
There was no witnesses, so we don't know for sure. Like
maybe it was a dream, but I used to keep a couple quarters in said dream, and I used to throw them.
Dude, people could have used those quarters.
Well, yeah.
Shame on you.
Or batteries, anything that's loose around.
All right, let's move on.
Really. But speaking of fuck you, Kansas City. I know we don't talk about the Bills. We got great podcasts on this network that can talk about you guys with sports, but all I gotta say is fuck you, Kansas City. And if you're a real fan, this doesn't really have to pertain to Kansas City because I don't really know if they were doing this, but I was at the Sabres game and some Sabres fans were booing the Sabres, which, I mean, whatever, Buffalo sports. But, like, if you're a true fan, I don't really think that you should ever boo your team.
We can't do that.
Why are you switching up like that?
Like, you can't. You got to stay loyal.
It's
like,
weird
even
to
if
me.
they're fucking, digging your heart out of your chest and you're just going through it. Like, you and I know best being Bills fans.
And, like 9 times out of 10, like, those people that are going out to those games are trying to get away from their life, so why would you spend it pissed off?
Yeah. Just go have a good time. I know it's heartbreaking, but you gotta just have faith in your team.
Suck. How about you drink a few more and just make conversation with whoever the hell you're
go
with.
tailgate, go enjoy your time. Don't be upset.
I don't know why you're arguing about they suck.
I just had a thought.
Team, like,
back on the driving. I don't know if it's other people that are like, suck at driving, or if I'm always late to things, so I gotta fucking rush.
Well, I feel like we're late no matter what.
And I'm motherfucking everybody.
Well,
like,
yeah, because I mean we're on our time.
But it's my fault. Like, am I wrong for that?
No, because at the end of the day, it's your movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's your
Get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, like, it's your life. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of your way. These people don't matter.
Respectfully.
Yeah, like, you're never gonna see them again. But for some reason, as you're passing those jackasses, you have to look. Yeah. You have to see who.
I'm just not throwing batteries at their car.
What fucked you up?
Like, that's not my
vibe.
Who
cut you off? What piece of shit was it? You have to find out who they were. For some reason, you can't just drive past and not look at them. You have to fucking look at them. 9 times out of 10, you're looking at them. I don't care what.
You got to give them that stare down. Let them know the business you're about.
I got a PSA though. PSA to the ladies: if you can't break your back, you can't break your heart. It's just flat out. Yeah. Way on that one. I'm sick of these women. I'm sick of you beautiful women that are I'm sick of you beautiful women that are getting their hearts broken by dudes that are built like this. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
A little fucking stick here.
Yeah,
you know?
Like you're built like a Sharpie. Like, go fuck yourself. Come on now. If he's not breaking back, he can't break heart. Remember that, ladies. PSA. And if he wears mids.
Yeah, also the mids.
If he wears Jordan mids.
Not it, boys.
My God. Leave him.
Not it.
Leave him.
Not it. At least go to the low tops first. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, a mid is meant for women. Or any feminine character. It's not meant for a dude. The mids are not meant for dudes. It's just that simple.
Ladies, you can rock them, but guys, come on. We got to be better. There's a lot of other kicks out there.
And the last thing we want to get to on Smell Those is hangout texts. And I think you and I are blessed to say that we have people that do the hangout texts. And what I say about hangout texts is that when you're texting someone, it feels like that they're just with you in the room that you're in when you get that text. It could be like song lyrics. It could be an album cover. It could just be like a quote that you normally say around your friends that's just stupid and it doesn't make any sense to anybody.
Just puts you in the present time with them.
And those type of people should be praised because those type of texts are superior to any other bullshit.
Yeah, it all depends on the relationship you have too. Like, I'm grateful that I have those feelings and like moments where I'm like, wow, that really puts me in that place with that person because like we connect on that level, you know.
Absolutely.
No, it's a great thing, but you gotta appreciate it.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna go on to Loganberry language, guys, and today we have our first guest. And
got some special guests here with us, guys.
We're so proud to introduce from Glamour and Grace Beauty. Unleash your inner beauty at 5500 Main Street, Williamsville, New York. At Amanda Creates Beauty and at Little Miss Megan at does hair.
Does my hair.
Does my hair. Book today. Call Amanda at 716-417-9705 and call Megan at 716-573-3702. Please welcome Amanda Panessa and Megan Francanella.
Francavilla, and my handle is obnoxiously long, so I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's unique. Everyone will find you.
Yeah, exactly. You stand out.
If you women out here, you're not getting your hair done by these wonderful ladies, you got crusty, oily shit. Like, your shit's split.
I mean,
It's
probably.
not right.
I mean,
it's not,
shit,
it's
like,
not done right. It ain't
Anything
done
you
properly.
need, balayage, curls.
Yeah.
Yo,
This
I'm
man's
not
educated
playing.
on hairs.
Highlights, like, yo, if you ain't getting your hair done by these wonderful women right here, then, something's wrong. Like, you gotta check them out. Check them out on Instagram. Go see their shop in Williamsville. They got some shit going on, so.
So what's
Go
going on, guys?
go
You wanna
support
talk to us
Wow.
about-
Well, what's
Thank
happening?
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Nice to
much
see you
for that
guys.
introduction.
Just to
I
break the
know.
ice, Amanda is my cousin, so we'll be having a little fun on here tonight.
Yeah,
Just shooting
family.
shit, but that's the fam. So shout out to fam. But we
Cousin, but my adopted brother. Well, not yeah.
here.
I
Yeah,
was just saying, he's my
that's
brother.
big sis.
Yeah.
You guys know the vibes.
This is so exciting. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for having
Wow,
us.
it's so awesome to have you guys here.
What do you guys?
Let's-
So you want to talk about your business? What you guys do?
Yeah,
what
let's
you
get
guys
into it.
specialize in? Everything?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think, well, let's start on what we do. I think you guys touched on it perfectly. All of your basic hair styling needs. We do specialize in a lot of color, a lot of blonding.
highlights,
Yeah, highlights, haircuts.
keratin treatments. We do cover all of our bases, and we have some really great training. I've been doing this for 7 years, and you've been, 10?
10 years,
Wow.
yeah, 10
Deep in the
years.
game.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they know what
And
they're
you guys have
doing.
been doing on-site wedding.
Yes,
wedding
yes.
hair?
So
Yeah.
that's been really exciting for us to offer that, because we have just found over the years with the wedding work, it's changed. These brides, they don't want to come to the salon. They want to be chilling at home. They want to relax from morning. So we offer the service of we come to them. So basically, they don't have to worry about all that. We lug our stuff. We work with some great freelance makeup artists. And Meg and I go and we tag team the hair. We show up to, their hotel, their house, wherever they need us.
Wow,
And
A-class service too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's
So
You
the-
don't even gotta leave the house. You don't gotta leave the crib. Come on.
No, it's a lot of fun. It's rewarding. We're
Right.
part of some people's special moments.
Yeah,
And it is so cool, yeah.
That's
absolutely.
beautiful.
And everybody's always in such a good mood too. Everybody is
Well, they're
happy
like, they got you
and
guys, so
excited.
they're like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you're spending someone's greatest moment of their life
Yes.
sometimes.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Before they have kids or something like that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, so we are still booking for 2024 weddings.
Yes.
If you are a fall wedding though, you do not wait. I've seen the transition go from summer weddings when I first got in this industry to fall being prime time for weddings.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a poppin' time. I noticed a lot of people.
It is.
Yeah, even
It
this
really
year,
is.
like, our best friend Dave got married this
Yeah.
year, this October. So shout out Dave and Gina. You guys
Yeah,
are awesome.
congratulations.
Beautiful, beautiful wedding. Great
Yeah, that
night
was
with our
awesome.
family and friends.
And it was all catered by ML Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah. they
Shout
did
out
all
ML
the video.
Studios.
You
Shout out
can watch it
Mike,
on YouTube at
Rich,
ML Studios.
Steve.
Yeah, they did a
Yeah, check
really
them out
nice
on
video.
YouTube, Instagram, ML Studios. Videography, photography. They do some great work, and they're real busy. So if you guys are interested, check them out. Try to book ahead of time if you're looking into them. So yeah, but no, that's good stuff, guys. We're happy to have you. That's
So this is the part of the segment where we're going to get into. We're just going to ask you guys some questions, get to know you guys as people, who you are as
Okay.
individuals,
All
kind
right.
of break down who Glamour and Grace Beauty truly is. First question we got for you is the craziest client experience that you've ever had, or a moment.
Oh my God.
you guys want to go separate or talk together?
I think we
You
need
go
to go
separate.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
Yeah,
that.
give it to
Um,
us.
Well, so one time I was doing this man's hair, and I think the person who was supposed to do his hair must have been out sick because he got stuck with me, and we did not vibe from the get-go. He hated me, he's just sitting in this chair miserable, hoping he's getting a good haircut, right? So I'm the most nervous person ever, so I am radiating nervousness, of course. And so literally he is sitting there, I'm cutting his hair, I'm not taking that much off, and then I went to go grab my blending shears with the teeth in them, and I grabbed just my regular shears instead. So I went in and I just chopped a hunk of his hair out, and he just in the mirror,
shit.
staring at me in the mirror, watching me do this. Me right behind him. I'm just like, yep. So we're gonna blend that out, and I am.
Hey, we can fix
so
this, I swear.
He sat for the whole haircut, and he like paid and left. But like, I will never forget that. And I just every time I pick up my shears now, I make sure
You'll never make that mistake.
they are
Yeah.
the correct one.
Just that flashback. Yeah.
Wait, Robert, I did that to your mom in cosmetology school.
Oh, you jacked
Yes.
her up a little bit?
Well, so I was
Pretty
feeling
Paul was so
confident.
easygoing.
Oh my
though,
God,
you know?
she was so great about it. I was like really confident because like I had my aunt, right? So I'm talking and my other cousin is sitting next to me because her and I went to hair school together, and I picked up the blending shears. And I mean, when I tell you I took at least like 7 inches off your mom, it was in the back. And the only thing that she worried about, this is how amazing Robert's mom is, was that when my teacher came and checked it, that I was going to get a failed grade. She didn't even care about the length loss on her hair. She was just and by the
That
way,
explains Bobby's
the
mom
teacher never
perfectly.
found it, and I did get 100 on that
Shout out Pretty
haircut.
Paul.
But I
Shout out
totally
Pretty
did
Paul.
not deserve
One
it.
of a kind, truly one of a kind.
And I feel like full disclaimer, Meg, that was like early on. Trust me, guys.
Yes.
We've learned our
Yeah.
mistakes.
Why?
I
We
mean,
will
that
not-
was a mistake on me. That wasn't even a client, but like that was probably the wildest thing that ever happened to me. And of course, it just like my face was like.
Hey, it happens. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
scary
it-
in the
it
beginning.
is.
It
I couldn't
is.
even
is.
imagine. Oh my God.
It's all about the
is.
progression.
I
Like,
used to cut hair in freshman year, like terribly. Like I don't even know if you could call it cutting hair. Sorry to the people that I
Trying
cut
to
your
make
hair.
money
I
on
fucked your
campus,
shit
being
up.
away from
I fucked
home.
your shit up. That shit's hard. I couldn't imagine being like in a professional setting and mine was in like a raggedy ass dorm. Like,
Right.
yeah, like
Right.
yeah. I'm
using
not
your
supposed
homies' clippers and
I'm not-
shit.
yeah.
Like,
But
yo,
listen,
you got,
You bought them from Dollar General
Right, we
down
just
the
bought 'em
store.
with, like, our
respect
beer
the
money.
hustle.
Oh my God! Well, I mean,
do.
broke college kid. You gotta make. You
Hey,
gotta make
man.
ends
You
meet.
you gotta find a hustle.
I'm out here just fucking dudes'
Fucking
hairs
dudes
up.
up.
Oh my
Don't come
God.
see us for haircuts.
No
No,
lie.
no.
No, definitely not. No, that's funny shit. Hey, but if I'm in the chair and that's happening to me, I mean, you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You
there's
kinda-
nothing you could do about it at that point.
Right.
But,
Just
yeah.
please fix it the best way you can. Oh shit. No, that's good. Let's talk about client loyalty. Like, who are like your biggest clients? You know, what are the things like the people say? You know, when they leave, like, do they praise you guys? You know, you got people coming back.
Well,
Like,
I feel like our biggest test of loyalty was when we opened our own business.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that was the big question mark, was who was going to come with us, who wasn't going to come with us.
Right.
And I feel like we have some pretty loyal clients,
do,
which
we
we
do.
are so thankful for.
good.
Yeah.
Well, the work definitely shows it. So I
Thank
mean,
you.
you know.
No,
And
we do. We have amazing clients. They were so loyal. They were so supportive of us. And I think that was probably the biggest relief in
Yeah.
starting a
Right.
business, but the most humbling experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that stuck with me was they always said, I wasn't there at that salon for that salon, I was there for you. And I think we
That's
both heard that a
awesome.
lot.
Oh
And
I
my
agree
God.
with
that means
yes.
a lot to us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
that
we
gives you
know-
that confidence. Like, shit,
Yes.
I can do this. Like,
Yes.
this is my thing. You
Yeah.
know.
And I
People
know,
respect
you
me
know,
for
there's
it.
a lot of talented people out there, and I know they have a lot of options, but the fact that you are coming to me and you are supporting me and my dream and my business,
That shit says something.
yeah,
It speaks
Yeah.
it means
volumes.
more
Yeah,
than any,
absolutely.
more
Yeah,
than anything.
I couldn't agree
yeah.
with that
And
more.
like stem off that, like, of your whole loyalty thing, like, do you guys ever get mad if one of your clients goes to somebody else and you could tell that they went to somebody else? Just because from like my experience, like, I can't cheat on my barber. It's like cheating on like your wife. Like, I just can't do that.
Well,
you
we
know
hope
what I
that's
mean?
how our clients
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, like I just
Yeah.
feel like it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. And I always tell people when they're like, Amanda, I love your work, but I've been going to my girl for years. I'm like, you know what? Stick with your girl. Like, that does not bother me at all.
Yeah.
Like, we love our loyal clients.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? Because I think me and Meg work very well together, that we refer to each other. So I'm
Okay.
kind of like, hey, if I'm busy, I can get you in with Meg, or if Meg's busy, you know, we
That's
can,
nice
we,
to
we
have
That's
that.
try to
dope.
work
You can
like
bounce
that.
each other clients.
Yeah, we've worked
rather
each
have
other
you
up.
stay in house than
Yeah,
Right.
and we've
go
worked
somewhere
together.
else. But we do understand.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm
talking
sorry.
over you.
No.
We love to talk. See, this
That's
is what we do
okay.
all day long. And then we apologize all day long for doing it. But we've worked together for a long time, and we worked closely together. So a lot of our clients know, you know, Meg's clients know me, vice versa, or even our clients know
It's
each
like a
other.
family.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have clients
yeah.
that want to book at the same time as each other so they can come and hang
Yeah,
out.
man.
Really?
Yeah,
You guys are
yeah.
building
Yeah.
a community.
Like
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
reoccurring like I get my haircut every 2 weeks, and the same people are there. You know what I mean? You start seeing same faces. You
Yeah.
talk about
Everyone's
their
on the
lives.
same schedule.
Yeah, otherwise you would never see those people a day
Right.
in your life. You would never know. You would never talk to them. It's really nice, and I think like barbershops, salons, like that, those types of places, like those are the underappreciated spots to like really pamper yourself and just like
100%.
slow down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really just enjoy life, because like there's not really much of that anymore.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a chore. It's like something you enjoy going to do. It's like,
absolutely.
you know,
that
good
is our
vibes.
goal, is to have our clients like literally and figuratively kick their feet up and like just come spend a couple hours with us, have a glass of wine,
Just
and
come hang out.
leave beautiful.
And they got
Like,
wine.
you know-
Like,
Yes,
you can go
yes.
have a drink,
And
bitch.
snacks. Snacks.
Okay.
We feed our clients. I know.
Like,
I'm
I
Italian.
don't
You guys
like
want to eat?
exactly.
And you want
Like
some
you,
wine.
you don't need anything else. Like
Well, we have
Oh, boy.
coffee too in the morning, but we won't judge if you want to.
So,
You know.
so
It's always
speaking of
fun time.
food, then, and this is going to be a reoccurring debate on our show. Are you a drum or are you a flat wing eater? You a drummer or you
I'm
a flat?
a flat. How
Flat
about you,
all
Meg?
day.
Yeah.
Oh my
Rich
goodness.
has friends.
oh god,
Rich has friends.
I don't get it, Dennis. I don't
Really?
get it.
Really?
What
I don't know. Like
what's
to touch
behind
up.
it? Why do you like it so much?
I feel like you could clean off the bone better.
Yeah.
You split it?
No,
take
I
that-
pop out the middle. and
Okay,
then-
okay, okay.
I recently learned the split trick.
Yeah.
I
My
did.
buddy Ben showed me it. You just
I mean, you could fit the whole wing in your mouth and like
you're talking about
you
the,
gotta like choke yourself out, you know, to like get all the meat off, and then you gotta like bite down, and, like suck it out, and it's like, dude, just grab a
so
fucking drum,
graphic.
soak it in blue
I
cheese.
know.
Just
and
why are you
fucking-
eating so fast? They're wings. Slow down. Enjoy
Dude,
the
I like
experience.
wings. Like
But slow
they're
down.
delicious.
Just take your time. It's.
They're
I mean,
going somewhere.
I eat quickly, but when it comes to wings, man, I'm taking my time.
Dude, I will hammer wings. Like
and
something
and the
about
splitting
wings.
that wing and going back in.
Nah, you
there's
seen
a
how
lot
I
you
did
can
it,
do.
Sound
man.
real
You got-
carnivore. about
Flats
that.
will
Yeah.
also are almost like if you go on the upside down side, it's almost like a spoon for extra blue cheese.
I don't
You
know.
can't do that with a drum,
A
man.
drum you could clean
A
the
drum you
whole-
could drop in the blue, right? And you could give it a full 360, right?
You can.
And you just
I
go to
I-
town.
see. I think they're both fine, but you just got your prejudice against the one kind for whatever reason.
I prefer the drum. I don't know. Like it's just my go-to. I'll eat the flats if they're
I
there,
love the
but I'm
loyalty to the
strictly
drummers.
drums.
You
Like,
guys don't have that crispy bullshit. I talked about it on the last podcast. That fucking hard shit. You know what I'm talking about? That just that shit.
it's all the
Or
car.
if you
It's
could
the
have blue
cartilage.
cheese, it's the really good. It's a real good gripper
yeah,
for the blue cheese.
yeah,
Otherwise,
100%. That's what the
you know,
cups
for
are made
people
for.
That kind of have blue cheese.
Yeah. Well,
Go ahead.
you know,
Yeah.
you hear it enough.
All right.
I'll let you pass.
Thank you. Thanks. Do you guys have a favorite wing spot?
He'll throw
Or
up.
like somewhere where you guys like going?
I feel like we got a lot of good places around
Yeah,
here.
I feel like that's just how it is. Like living in Western New York, there's so many options.
There is. I've been I told you I've been recently Sammy's.
Sammy's came
pizza.
back.
They did.
They did.
Their wings.
I
have
said
been
that last
real
episode.
good.
They
And
really
I'm
did.
going, and they put that cool like artwork on the building, and they're doing an
Yeah.
outdoor patio.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
I-
all pretty
like show me
recent.
you're invested in like you want your place to be better, and that's like you can tell that not just like their structure and their building, but their food's back to where like
It
you
used
know
to be.
it's really good.
Yeah.
And
No,
that
it's
and it's
great.
funny their pizza's like it's I don't want to say overcooked because that's the wrong word, but it's baked a little bit longer, and I
Like a little wild dog.
A little
yeah,
crispy
like when I
crust.
when
Yeah.
I was expected I wasn't gonna like it, but I'm like, no, that's just better. Like it's just a
Yeah.
little
That's how
that
you
style
gotta
of
have
pizza's
pizza,
a little
if-
bit better.
In my opinion, like I need crispy,
Yeah.
crunchy, thin crust.
Do you prefer square or do you like the pie?
I'm not a hater. Half tray,
I think
large
it's
pie.
different, Yeah.
I don't know why, but pizza
It's
in
different.
a tray is so much better than pizza in a
pie.
pie.
And a pie.
I don't know why.
I think for
Yeah.
us, you know what I mean? There's not
Yeah.
a lot of spots that are making like New York City style pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? And normal spots that are making really good, square pizza or rectangle pizza, whatever you want to say.
I just say half
They-
tray.
Unless it's
Yeah,
La
yeah,
Hacienda,
tray.
because then you have
This
to get a
is a
pie
tray.
La
Yeah,
Hacienda.
no, La Hacienda.
Because that's
got-
the only way to eat a La Hacienda
Yeah.
pizza. And like
Yeah.
if they did trays, I would never order
Yeah,
a tray
that's
from
true.
La
Well, most
Hacienda.
people
That's
that are
true.
doing the pie, they're making it thick. They're making it all wrong, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
like the deep dish. I'm not big on the deep
No,
dish. It's too
I
much
like it-
sauce.
yeah, no,
like
no.
And I don't
it
want
reminds-
doughy pizza.
Yeah, it's like
I feel
doughy
it's
and
doughy.
like this is not my kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But it's like lasagna. Like it reminds me of lasagna. Like
Oh,
what
you're
the
right. You're definitely right.
Like,
I
what the
hate
fuck?
like remember like what was the place
it's
like
not
Pizza
appetizing.
Uno? Remember like when they used to
Oh,
have that like
yeah.
that chain that was up on like Sheridan, and it was lasagna pizza.
Really?
Yeah, like they had like a 3-cheese pizza, and it was really good because it tasted like lasagna with a crust. But like that's not really pizza, if that makes any sense.
No.
Jon Stewart has a really good, when he was on the Daily Show, he has a really good bit about Chicago style pizza, and he's like, when I'm drunk at 2 a.m, I don't want to fall in my pizza and drown.
So I did some installation work in Chicago, and the guys that I met were from Buffalo, and they said the same thing. They're like, we were all excited, we're moving to Chicago, and then we're like, where do we just get regular pizza? And you know the funny thing about it is, like, Chicago people, like, they kind of know that their pizza's not great, but they're kind of all in. It's like they kind of like, yeah, I'm a Bulls fan.
Yeah,
like, you know, like they know they have to be a fan of it,
claim it.
but they don't like. And I did find some really good like Chicago style pizza. But it's funny. Like I said to the guy when I went there, like, do you sell a lot of this? He's like, we sell it to the tourists.
Yeah,
Like he
it's
says,
like a
most people
touristy
just
thing.
get the regular like thin crust
Yeah,
pizza.
geez, if that was all I had in my hometown, fuck.
That's
Dude,
just too
oh my
heavy.
gosh, yeah, it's just
It's
not.
way too heavy. I
not-
feel like that defeats the whole point of pizza.
it's not pizza. I'm sorry,
yeah,
it's not pizza.
No.
But I don't know.
To reel it back into your guys' business, that we got a little off topic, but
Yeah.
what do most people get wrong about business? Do you think that you've learned?
I would probably just say how hard it is. You know, there's a lot more that goes into it than people would think. And even just like the financials, like everything
Yes.
that you bring in isn't yours. Like,
Yeah.
and people are like, oh, like, you know, you make all this money now. And it's like, oh no, like I have so much overhead and,
Right.
you know, things like that. I would say that is probably like the one thing that going into business, I wasn't probably prepared for. And, you know, so that's not
Yeah,
great.
you definitely learn a lot. I feel like too, you don't realize like all the shit that you have to reinvest back into it.
Yes.
Like it's not all just profit right off the bat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to build a brand and all that shit too. So
Well,
it's,
there's
Yeah.
like a quote
Takes
that,
time.
there's a quote that says about business owners. It's like when you trade your 9 to 5 into something that you own, you turn the 9 to 5 into a 24-hour.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you-
Just
it's
100%.
consistent.
Like,
that's
Yeah.
how
It's
Grace
true.
is. Like that's
I
it's
know.
just like the girls just nonstop going. Like you don't have any time for yourself.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's-
like
it's
it's a
hard.
lot of work.
Yes.
You really
It's
put
really
like,
commendable too.
yeah,
It is.
100%. Like
She's doing great.
salute.
gosh.
No, what you guys are
Salute.
doing
Even
too.
like
Like,
everybody,
yeah.
small
Not
business
just what
owners,
Grace
like
is doing,
you work your
everybody,
ass
like,
off.
that's
So
crazy.
What time do you? Oops, sorry. What time do you think I got here today? It's just so you know, for when we recorded, it's Monday and it's 8:15. What time do you think I got here today?
7,
Not that early.
8.
10.
I got here at 9, and actually probably like 8:45. I had a pot at 9. I went into my groceries, came right back, and I've been here. And you know what? I love it.
But
We're
I was
loving
gonna
it.
say, do you love
We
it?
love having
I
you.
love
That's
it. I
the
mean,
thing,
and granted,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is like I'm a retired guy, and I say to everybody who works in business, and I will tell you this, and this is not bullshit. I am so lucky that I worked in a public school for 31 years because I had no idea how hard it is to work in the real world. You people all work in the real world. I like, woo, education. It's lots of fun.
These
There's a check
fucking
no matter
kids.
what. I can suck and there's still a check. and you guys all had teachers that were like that. I don't think I was that kind of guy. But at the same time, like I never had to worry about that. Where I now, even though I have this tiny little business that's not that big of a deal, and I don't have to live off it. It's a great thing. But now I have such appreciation for young people that have the guts to go off and do your own thing. No, seriously, like I really believe that. Like it's
freaking
super.
baller.
It is. It's cool. And you know, like, and I will say, like, you will get there just because if you put the time in and you have that commitment, you want to be there. Like, so here's my question for you ladies, because you're doing this. How hard is it because obviously like you think so much about the aspect of the business that's the craft part. How hard is it the business part?
I think like Meg said, like going back to, the surprises of things that we didn't know. I knew I was going to be putting in time, but, I feel like I'm always on my phone. So I think that, you're always going. I'm laying in bed at night and I'm thinking of all different things that we can do because, my passion is there. I knew I had gotten to the point in my career where I was confident in that I could provide a quality service. I knew that I I had hair down. I had the customer service down. I had the hair down. I had the color down. So, now it's just, kind of learning the business parts, which
is almost like the next step.
Yeah,
Like, we just almost feel like, okay, we have the craft, so, like, why can't we just do this for ourselves? Right. And, like, let's learn the next step. And I think the only way to...
How do we tie in, like, all the social media stuff to, like, our business and, like, promote and get our name out there and just show our work?
Because that's, I think, the biggest, everybody's on social media. And it's, I think one of our challenges is because we are blessed to be busy behind the chair. So we're spending 10, 12 hours in a day working with our clients. The last thing we want to do is come home and edit videos. Yes. Right. So, and teaching myself, because I had mentioned before to you guys before we started, I used to be a media student. So I do love all that aspect of it. I do love the communications. I do love, the Hollywood glam. I think that's kind of why I got into this. But it's so different than when I went to college years ago and studied this. So keeping up the times, because everything is just changing so rapidly, and trying to figure social media out and using that to our advantage, because it is a great tool that we do have that, stylists 15, 20 years before us didn't have.
Right.
So,
and just a shout out to you.
You had to depend on word of mouth and reputation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, it wasn't like you were gonna go get an ad or like you're not like the newspaper or like the I don't know, like it must have been like now you do have that weird advantage. But it's funny, like Courtney cuts my hair. Shout out, Flawless Hair Design. I love her. She had a baby, and I told her, don't ever have any more babies because
I need you.
Like, I had to go to where my son gets his hair cut, and they're great dudes, and they did a great job. But I did not know how to tell him what I wanted, and he didn't shave me, but it was way too short, more than I was comfortable with. Especially now that I have thinning hair now.
It happens. Like,
and only person I sent that picture to was Courtney, and I'm like, Courtney, I miss you. I know you want to have children, but
bring the baby.
But I will tell you, like, I mean, I've never gone to a barbershop. I've always gone to stylists. And I really I look forward to it. I have my haircut this week, and I enjoy going and catching up. And when I was opening this business, she was super supportive and telling me things. If you thought about how you're going to raise prices, she's like, I always feel guilty when I have to raise my prices. And like this little things, like Courtney's given me such great advice about little things to think about, like, you have to, whatever work you do, you have to be valued for the work that you do. Yeah. And she says, and don't be ashamed of that. And I learned a lot from her. I learned a lot from her.
You don't want to, like, stray people away.
No. Yeah, especially when we have such loyal clients who build a relationship, and then you're just like, oh, like, we'll figure it out.
I'm sure
it's
most
hard
of them,
because, you have a connection with them, and I think that has probably been the toughest part, because before we didn't have to cash our clients out, and now we do. And I feel like we know our worth, but like you said, we're so personal with our clients. Like, it's so hard to turn around and charge when I just heard, like, your husband got laid off. It's hard, but at the end of the day, this is how we take care of our families, and it's no lie that everything and prices have gone up, and
yeah, well, I mean, even out of respect for, like, you ladies, it's like, you are providing a great service, and, like, people understand what's, what I mean? Like, you got to pay for, things that you want done, so.
And we take pride. We really do try to offer our clients the best when it comes to the products. Like, that is one thing that we don't skimp on. Our products.
It's all about the Redken, right?
We are
Redken. Yes, we love Sam. But we do, we take a lot of pride in this. We try to do big hair shows, and we're training with, the best of the best from Redken, Moroccan oil, you name it, we're out there. And so we do put a lot of our time and our energy, and our hearts are really in this.
Yeah, we're so passionate about hair
I can
and
see
so
that.
passionate about making people feel beautiful, and it truly
That's what it is. There's no better feeling at the end of the day than knowing that I could play a part in someone's life, like how we talked about with the weddings, or just making them feel good. Like when you see them leave your chair and they have this big smile on their face, You know, it's just.
You leave with confidence.
Yes,
Oh my God,
yes,
build
I
up
saw
someone's
that.
confidence.
Yes,
Oh my
I saw
God, yeah.
that.
It could really just affect someone's day, week, month.
Hell
Like
yeah.
you
Yeah.
just,
Well,
it
you're
is.
affecting how someone carries themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they're walking around.
Everybody feels
completely
better with a good
different.
hair, with a new
Yeah.
haircut,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a
confidence
tan.
booster.
It's like,
Yeah.
like,
like I got a tan now. I don't know. Maybe your
You feel
generation doesn't
good.
tan anymore.
Right.
But,
Too, you
and
know.
like, oh, I feel so good. Like, no, a new haircut. I mean, and again, I'm old and my hair's thinning and everything, and I feel like
geez, Rich.
I
Here we
laugh
go, Rich
about it,
beating
and
himself
she's
up.
so nice. She's like, no,
Guy's
it's
got a
not.
full
I'm
head of
like,
hair on him.
you're just so polite.
You're just
You're so
lying.
polite.
You're
You're
lying.
so polite.
I will say though, when I do have some clients sometimes, men and they're like, "All right, Amanda, is my like hair receding?" I flat out ask them like, "Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you the truth?" Like,
Oh my God.
I can make
would
you feel
rather
good
not
about it
say
right now,
that.
or I can totally
I feel
lie.
like if you told me that, I already know the answer.
I did that to
I'd be
my
like,
brother.
Oh
I
my
did.
Oh,
I did. I was like, dude,
Matt.
oh my God, I'm sorry.
Shout
man.
out,
I
Matt.
love you.
Oh,
I think
Matt.
it's guys. This is what I've saw,
So
and I could be
biggest
totally
fear.
off base, but when you guys play sports for all those years and wearing hats and helmets,
As
and
I'm
things,
wearing a fucking hat
I'm
right
sorry.
now, you're gonna bring
I'm
that shit
sorry.
up.
It absolutely is the hat, though.
I
I
do
mean,
like
it
it.
is.
Guy's always naughty.
Yeah, whatever.
No, you're right though. But no, it is so rewarding. Like I'm sure for you guys just to send people out and they're just so freaking happy.
It is.
It is.
That's how I am leaving the barber shop. I don't know.
Good.
Shout out to my barber. He does a great job.
And that's why we wanted to start our own business, because we wanted to be control of the client's experience from the moment that they stepped in to the moment they left. We wanted to be in control of everything,
Right.
the timing, so we weren't rushed, because you can't rush quality.
Right.
You
So
just
you
can't.
so like not to butt in because I know you want to say
no,
more,
no,
but
no,
like
you're fine.
so like for time slots, like how many clients can you guys book a day? Like what are the hours? Like how many normally do you get
Depends
out depending
probably.
on what they
depends.
want?
Yeah, it
But I
depends.
mean, on a good day, we probably have like 4, 5, 6
Yeah.
That's a
clients
lot.
in a
It
day.
is.
That's a
and-
long day
you know?
working
Yeah.
with your hands.
I mean, if you do like a color correction cut, it's probably what,
If
3
I'm doing a
hours?
color correction, you're my only one that
For the
day.
day.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yours
Yeah.
can take like 5-6 hours, and after
Shit,
that,
I
my
still need
brain's
to
like,
go
I'm
on
done.
lunch.
I'm done. You know, it all depends. Do I have a day full of haircuts? It's always been the running joke because I have, a lot of hair myself, big curly hair. I always get the girls with a lot of clients, or a lot of hair.
lot of
Excuse me.
hair.
I always get the clients with a lot of
You
hair.
get the clients. That's what
So
you're saying.
that takes me a little bit. So yeah, it depends. It
Yeah.
depends on what we're doing. And some things they can't be rushed, especially with blondes. And the way that we have done, the way that hair used to be done versus the way that it's done now, and that's where social media plays in, because these clients are looking, they're seeing all this. There's been such an evolve with blonding and highlighting. So these services take a lot of time. They're not, if they're done correctly.
Yeah.
You're not in 1-2 hours. I remember the first time, Robert, your mom started coming to me, your dad was like, yo, she was there for like 3.5 hours. What were you guys doing?
He had no
I'm
idea
like,
what was
he had
going
no
on.
idea. I'm like,
you guys weren't doing nothing.
Where's
besides
my water?
talking.
No, I mean,
You
we
guys
were-
eating-
we
You
were.
guys eating something? Did you get me some
we
leftovers?
did. We had some coffee. We had some snacks. But it's true. I'm like, well, let's see. She got her roots done. That her color done. That's got to sit for 45 minutes. She got her
And
eyebrows
you guys
waxed.
are family. Like, fuck,
yeah.
can we have a
it's a-
conversation?
But
Like,
it does. It takes
But
time.
And I feel like how you said that it changed from time, from over time. It's like, well, now it's an art form.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's a complete
Absolutely.
art form. What you guys
People
are doing.
didn't learn to appreciate that after COVID when you couldn't get your hair colored.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We had a lot of stylists at home.
Oh, yeah.
and
We
so-
fixed a lot of at-home bangs,
Yeah.
a lot of
Look
at-home
at-
color.
That's when everybody thought they could do their own hair.
Yeah.
And
Shit, I remember it was like I don't even know. It was like July. I was like, fuck, I haven't had a haircut in like 3 months. Like I need to get to the barbershop.
Yeah.
ASAP.
I think people really
They got
realize the
desperate.
value of
They got
us.
desperate.
You,
Yeah,
you
even
need us.
Yeah, we all looked
Like,
like we were
oh
living
my
in the Middle
gosh.
Ages. We
Yeah.
had like this, I'm trying to
know.
cut my hair from the basement because I just couldn't deal with it anymore.
My dad does that shit just like on the rag. Like he don't even care. He's like, dude, it's getting hot in that kitchen. Fuck, he just
Shaves his
he
head
grabs
off.
the clippers. He fucking shaves his head. He's like, can you shave my neck? I'm like, all right, dude. Like, you look free haircuts. Like, he don't give a shit. Fucking, he's
funny.
funny
I
as
hope I
hell,
never
man.
get. I feel like he's given up. Like if it's right,
He's just so going.
don't
like,
just
he
keep
don't
going,
care.
man.
Yeah.
That's why I still go to the salon. I got to keep going.
Yeah, how's that vibe? You like being surrounded by the ladies rather than, the men in the barbershop?
You know what? I remember I had a men's barber shop that I went to, and he was this old dude, and there were literally like deer and shit hanging up on the wall, like deer heads and stuff. And then I was working at the Tops in Lewiston, and a friend of mine went to school to get her hair, her license, and I started going to her because she was my friend. So she started cutting my hair. She ended up moving to Rochester, and then another woman, another girl that I met through the salon, started cutting my hair, and then she moved to Rochester. And then the next one I had for a long number of years, she moved out to Kenmore or someplace. And then the woman so I've only had 4 people cut my hair in like my whole life.
So
I've had each one
to a salon?
I've always gone to salons, and I went to the same basic salon, but I always followed the person. So if like the first girl to cut my hair, woman, like again, she's been gone for 30 years, but I had each of those women for probably 10 years each. And Courtney I'm with now was at a salon until she decided to open up her own place, and now she has her own place. But I followed all of them just because, again, to me, it's a relationship.
Mm-hmm, yeah, absolutely.
They know, like, you can just go. I almost don't have to say anything anymore. Like, and I'm like, can you go a little bit shorter this time? Because in the sun, she's like, I know. And then when do you like to go shorter? Like, so it's just. But I know that they're going to do a nice job. It's always going to look good. So I've always gone to salons just because I don't know. It's not because it's a woman. It's just because I just enjoy. I enjoy the relation. I enjoy the relationship that I've built with these folks. Yeah. And it's like I said, like Courtney's been. I don't know. She's cut my hair now. She cut my boys' hair for when they were little. Like so, like I'm not even sure how long she's cut my hair. Probably over 10 years. Yeah. At least.
Yeah. You don't need a man to cut your hair.
Although I do really like that Niagara Barber Shop on High Park in Niagara Falls. That's where I go when Courtney's unavailable, and those guys are really good.
That's where I go. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really
shout
good.
Out Brad and Darren.
Brad does Christian's hair, and he does such a cool job. Like he cut my hair, and I'm not blaming Brad. I gave him bad instructions when he shaved me down. Like it's like if you shearing me like a sheep, like we were gonna go sell the wool. But no, I mean they do and that place has a really cool vibe. Like it really, I like the vibe of those places.
It's so chill. They always got like sports on, when you go inside, just shooting the shit, Good
but they know what their clientele is, you know. So
well, to touch on what you said, it's true. I always tell people sometimes too. The more I do your hair and get to know you, the better it's gonna get. Because you have that relationship with the client, and I always tell people, you might be saying one thing, thinking one thing, I might be saying something else, or thinking something else. So I always tell people, be honest with me, be honest with your stylist, give us instructions, tell us things, because
feedback,
it was
too short last time.
The more we do it, the better it's gonna get because we're gonna learn your hair. So
it helps you. That you're with them. They probably trust your opinion when you're like, I think we should make some changes. You shouldn't be doing this anymore. Yeah, like, I know you've been comfortable with this, but this would look so much better.
I have some girls that come in. Well, Jess taught us this. I've learned a lesson. Sometimes I'll say, you don't want bangs, you just want a hug. Like, I got to tell them no. And I learned that from my friend Jess. She came in one day. Jess, I love you. Jess has followed me to every freaking salon. She came in and she was having a day, and all of a sudden she want bangs. And I was like, okay. And I was like, Meg, what do you think? And Meg is a bangs girl.
I was
Meg
like, go for it.
I'm
like, cut on, let's do it.
So the next time she comes back and she walks in, she's like, bitch, why did you let me get bangs? Because right after she went to Florida in like the middle of the summer, so she was like sweating and she said her bangs were everywhere, and she was like, don't let me do that again. Like, so now
I've learned. Have a fucked up tan line too.
Yeah, I mean, she was both. She looked great.
She was around the day. Yeah,
but she was just like, why'd you let me get bangs? So now, like, when people ask me because of you, Jess, I'm like, Let's think about it. Like, why don't you go home? You need a hug. You need a glass of wine. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. So I have a question that I have to ask you about. So, like, is it really hard when someone brings in like a picture of something they want, and it's never gonna happen. There's got to be that like that.
That's tough when you gotta let down their hair dreams.
And that is just the issue with the internet and everything. Yeah. I mean, people come in with Photoshop photos all the time, and you're like, that's not even her hair. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And so, yeah, totally. It's just so hard crushing people's dreams. Yes. And But sometimes we have to do it because it is just not
You're
plausible.
like, this isn't even humanly possible.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Like,
completely
girl, that
edited.
white, that's a wig.
That's a
Yeah.
wig.
That's a
It's
wig. That's not real. She doesn't have 22 inches of white blonde hair. That is not happening.
I'll
Hey,
never
we're not hating on the
forget.
wigs though. I mean, you know.
No,
some,
no,
you know,
not at all. Not at all.
Like-
It just,
But-
like she said, unrealistic
Like
expectations.
Yeah, when
No,
you're
I-
walking
Or, like,
in with
yeah,
real
some
hair and you want
editorial
a
with,
wig.
like,
Yeah, no.
Right.
crazy hair. Yeah, actually, that this one time, I'm also gonna throw myself under the bus again. But I had just started. I had just started, and I was actually still an assistant at this time. I was under somebody, and this girl just wanted the blondest hair possible. And I'll never forget, I had her in for like 4 or 5 hours. I was like, that's my goal, to get you as blonde as possible. I'm blow drying her hair. They're trying to close. Like, everybody's at the front desk staring at me, and I'm blow drying her hair, and her hair is just falling on the floor. Like, she just like had clumps, and like I'm like. Turned her away from the mirror. She had enough hair to spare, but like I was just like, oh, I'll never forget. And that
shit.
was like, yeah, like,
Is that
But
that
you
just
do.
happens from so much like product
product
going
and,
in?
yeah, like just I
like
was like,
abuse of
okay,
that,
yes,
right?
like I'll take that. I'll get you as blonde as possible. I should have told her no, and
But that's hard because you have to learn that we have you tell you no
because
sometimes.
the
And some people
integrity of your
pressure
hair
you.
is
They
the
do.
most important.
Like, are you
but
sure?
yes,
Do you
Yeah.
want to
Right, like if
Right.
you're like
Silent
black
saber.
brown
Yes.
hair and they want to go blonde, like how does
It
that
takes
work?
time. But I think that's what comes with our experience and building our confidence. And once you do get to a point where you're like, I know this, and I'm gonna tell you this,
I can't do
and
this.
say no. But it's hard, especially like she said, with early on in your career because you're just trying to please everybody and build a clientele.
Right.
Yes.
And people aren't always honest with what's in their hair. You know,
Right.
we can ask them, but you know, she
Right.
could have done stuff
And
to her hair. that
everything
she didn't
matters.
know.
I mean, truly,
Right.
Yeah.
your hair history matters.
Right, so your
everything that you touch.
clients got to
do
be
with
like
hair.
straight up.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And I always tell people, like, when it comes to box color, we are not color snobs. It is just not good for your hair. It is impossible to get out. It could be damaging. It could be drying. There's a reason. I always tell people, there's a reason why we go to school. There's a reason why we have to have a license and a permit
Right.
to be able to buy these products because they work properly
Yes.
if done correctly.
Right.
So,
And if you lie to us, we know.
yeah, we
your
know.
Hair, your hair
I
tells
haven't
the
colored
truth.
my hair. I'm like, girl, this box color's coming
You was
right
a
up
damn
out of there.
lie,
I
girl.
can see this.
You
Well, and
lied.
I think people don't know. They're like, well, I colored it 3-4 years ago. Well, if you have hair
Yeah.
down to your back,
Yeah.
that hair's been on your head at least 5-6 years.
Right.
It might have faded,
Right.
but it's still in there.
So-
Color is a science.
So you can look at someone and be like, oh damn, like that hair is like 3 years old, type shit.
Yeah, so hair grows about a half inch a month. So you figure you probably get 6 inches a year. So anybody with more than 6 inches has
Okay,
had
yeah, that
longer
makes
than a year
sense
on
to
their
me.
head.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
A question I wanted to get to is what's your proudest achievement outside of your career?
I feel like my proudest achievement this year is branching out
And
Yes.
starting, your
and
own
starting
business.
our own.
I
Yeah.
feel like that is my proudest
That's a great
achievement
accomplishment.
to date.
That's a
Honestly.
huge step in your life.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we had a lot of support from family and friends, but you know, unfortunately there are some people that didn't want to see us succeed, and we had some
Yeah.
loyal clients, and we're doing pretty
We're
well.
doing
So
amazing.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, keep
I feel
going.
like that's the coolest thing I've ever done.
But if you
so.
want to say outside of my career, honestly, it'd probably be my son.
Oh,
Yeah, and he's
Shout out
actually
Carter.
Carter.
We love you, Carter.
Carter.
You're
And
awesome, Carter.
Actually, Carter has taken an interest recently in hair.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, he's
awesome.
my little supporter. So I was learning a new extension technique, and I was practicing on it at home because, like I said, I don't ever stop. And he was totally encouraging me, and he looked at me, he's like, "Mom, I want to do hair," and I was like, "Really?" And I said, "What makes you want to do hair?" And honestly, guys, it got me. He was like, "Well, Mom, you're successful, and I want to be successful like you."
That's
And I
awesome.
literally was like,
my
"Oh my God, I made it!"
Come on.
Yeah, because
You're
my hair
brave.
career started with Carter. I had decided to go back to school for hair, and then I found out shortly later that I was, expecting Carter. So he's
That's
been
amazing.
with me my whole journey, and yeah, he's been learning. So honestly,
Biggest hype man in the world.
he is. He is, and I told
Carter's
him
a
exactly
man,
what you
dude.
said. I said, Carter,
He
you're gonna go to
knows.
school, and you're gonna be cutting all your friends' hair. Like, I'm gonna teach you. So my goal is, I want to set
He's
him
gonna
up
be
if he really
steady
wants
hustling.
to do it. If he
Right.
really wants to, but
Right.
he takes interest. He likes coming to the salon. He loves talking to people. He loves
love it.
sweeping,
That's
and
awesome.
yeah.
He does. He's
Yeah.
so cute.
All right, what about you,
And
Meg?
Megan,
Go
you
ahead.
got
What's
married.
your biggest
Well,
accomplishment?
Come on.
I have a 4-legged baby, whom I love dearly. So shout out to Hootie and my new husband. So we got married in November.
Congratulations.
So,
Congratulations.
that was
That's
a big
awesome.
thing that happened this year too, and yeah.
I cried like a baby, guys. You look great. It was such a
Franca
beautiful
Villa.
one. Franca Villa.
Franca
I know.
Villa.
She got
Dope.
such a nice name. And
Yeah.
Mike's a good
That's-
dude. Mike's a good
Shout out
dude.
to Mike.
If you don't know, Frankavilla.
Yeah,
Forget about
Yeah.
it.
Mike's a
Yeah.
businessman too.
He is.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about that.
He owns a landscaping business. So I told him that if you guys are looking for people in the spring, that maybe
Hell
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
love to have him
Yeah,
on.
no doubt. Love to get him on the
Yeah.
pod.
Shit, absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, he's awesome. He's cool. He was born and raised in North Tonawanda, so he
Nice.
just has been landscaping for years and loves it, and it's truly his
And you said his
his
name
first
was.
love, Michael.
Shout out Michael.
Yeah, shout out Mike.
I love you.
Right.
Francavilla.
Frankavilla.
Francavilla.
Oh, all that olive oil.
Yeah, boy.
All right, wait, some holiday questions we got for you guys.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? Or if you have an overrated Christmas movie that you have.
I would say the Santa Claus, the first one. The
Tim
original.
Allen.
That,
Shout out
yeah,
Tim
that was
Allen.
always my first one. Just that whole magic of Christmas and
We were talking about it beforehand, and we were saying how it may be the only sequel or trilogy where the second or the third may be better than the first. I know
I
you said
do
you
like
liked the
the
first.
I just did
I
like
really
the
like
little
the-
like Toy Story and the robot
But-
Santa. I don't know, that freaked me out a little
Which
bit.
one was Jack Frost? That was the first
That
one?
was the
Third
Third one.
Jack
Yeah.
Frost.
And as a kid watching that stuff, it gives like you get eerie vibes. You don't know
Yeah.
like the context and stuff at that point. So it's like,
Yeah, but as an adult, though.
as an
Yeah.
adult,
Santa
you can
Claus is
appreciate
fire.
more. Yeah.
Now, what's yours?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Megan, you got one?
I'm gonna go classic and say Rudolph, but I was gonna piggyback on
hell
Amanda
yeah.
too because Tim Allen was also in Christmas with the Cranks, and I feel
Yeah,
like that
that
was
is
a great
that was
freaking
one.
movie.
Yes.
That is a classic movie.
Piper Parabo. That was such a good movie. Yeah.
Hell yeah. What about you, Rich? What do you got? You got anyone off the top of your head?
Well, I'm an old school guy, and I do love Rudolph. I do love those claymation ones. I love Rudolph, and I love Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I love the Snoopy, the Charlie Brown Christmas. But for me, I still love It's a Wonderful Life. Like I still sit down once a year
Just
and
an
watch
absolute classic.
Wonderful Life. And the overrated one, we already talked about this, but the overrated one is that stupid Jim Carrey Grinch.
As a
Somebody
As I'm out here dressed
help
up
me!
as the
I can't. I just,
As I'm out here
he's
dressed
so
up
over the
as the
top.
Guys, the Grinch, and he can't have fucking blue cheese.
I just, yeah, he probably
I'm
likes,
glad that we were
he
talking
probably
about
only
that.
like, he probably
Yeah,
likes
cross,
flats, according to you guys. So
All right.
no, I mean, no, but I definitely I forgot about the Santa Claus, and I'm an adult and I got freaked out by the robot Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
it's a little weird.
I
don't
liked
like that.
one.
I don't know. If I had to pick one, just because like my family loves it too so much, probably Elf.
Yeah.
Like
My mom
Will Ferrell
loves
is fucking
Elf.
hilarious in that movie. He's just so ditzy and like
And
acts like a child.
And we were talking about this before we started shooting. Is that I thought that Elf was one of the most overrated Christmas movies, and I've never watched it fully, and I just watched it recently, probably a couple weeks ago, and now I get the hype behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
And don't
good.
get me wrong, the movie's slutted out. Like
Oh yeah, no.
they
people
play it
over.
all the
Well, they
time.
overplay too many of these movies, and that's when they become overrated.
That's like a good song.
Like Christmas Story, Elf. There's ones that they just play too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's, I think, when they ruin it because they play it too much. And like when I was a kid, they used to play "It's a Wonderful Life" all the time, and then it disappeared.
Well,
Like
it's
I don't know
Christmas
the
Story, right? Then I
like-
feel like the Christmas Story.
now
took
like
over.
remember like
Yeah.
TBS or something
Yeah.
like Christmas Story for like 5 days in a
Polar-
row.
Yeah, right.
Polar
Someone
Like,
should
stop
watch-
it.
The Polar Express.
Polar Express freaks me out. I mean,
That's
I-
fucking weird.
It's
My mom
weird
always
looking.
Said, that's like dark. And
See, I get a
dreary.
lot.
Yeah.
I've heard a
Like
lot of
waking
hate
up in the middle of the
surrounded by
night and
Polar
getting on a
Express, and
train.
I don't like
Like
it.
you don't
I
tell your
like
parents
Polar
where
I
you're
love
going.
Polar Express.
I
Hot
feel like
chocolate.
hot chocolate.
Have you been seeing all the memes about like the best Christmas Carol is the Muppet one out of all of them, and they shouldn't make any other Christmas carols because the Muppet's the best one. And I was like, so I rewatched it the other night. I'm like, it's really good. It's really way too good. And Michael Caine pretended he was like with actors. He did not ever at one point pretend he was working with puppets. He just, and I saw a thing like I saw
Like, no,
that
these
too.
are
He's like,
real people.
he's like, no, I just pretended they were people.
Turns out he's schizophrenic.
And he was like, well, that's pretty.
Guy's
Like,
fucked
I
up.
guess that's the way to do it, though, right? Like if he would have pretended he was acting with Muppets, it would have stunk. But because he just played it
Right.
straight,
They find
it
out
just
he
worked.
took-
It
He was
works.
passionate about
He was
that
really
shit.
good, and
They
then all
find out that he
the
took
silly
acid.
Muppets
Right.
just
It's
show
like-
up. It's just
Elmo.
hilarious.
Right.
Like
Why does all the good shit come off of drugs, man? Jeez.
They still have the Muppet Show though in Disney Hollywood Studios. When we went over the summer, they are still showing that Muppet like interactive.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And it's funny. I've saw it like a million times. I'm like, this shit is so corny, but it's still so funny at the same time.
And if you could be a character from any movie, any holiday movie, who would it be and why? It's for all of you guys. Whoever wants to hit that first.
I'm gonna say Cindy Lou Who because Taylor Momsen is badass and
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
I like that reasoning.
I don't know. I gotta think about this one.
I don't know. I know who I wouldn't. This just came. I don't know why this came to me when you asked me that, but I know I would never want to be in the Scrooge movie. That was another creepy movie.
That's a creepy one.
I didn't like that one either.
When you just have everybody visiting.
Yeah, no, probably like a Who, like the cute little
Oh,
Who.
it'd be like,
There's
oh,
some
from
lady,
Whoville?
not to like bring up the Jim Carrey movie, but remember she was like the queen of the town, and she was like really prissy, and she's
Oh,
married
yeah,
to the
yeah.
mayor.
Yeah.
That would I'd probably want to play her.
I feel like
That tracks,
I
actually.
definitely.
She's fancy. She was bougie. She had her lipstick on at like midnight when the Grinch is coming down. Like that would be me.
Like, yes.
I would probably want to be Calvin McAllister from Home Alone. I definitely want to be
yeah.
him, bro. I've always wanted to like set traps up like that.
Yeah.
Like and just rig
That's
up
a good one,
house.
Dad.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin McAllister.
So I was hearing like
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah, where he goes, Kevin! Yeah.
That's a good
Kevin
one.
But
That
think
is a
about
really
that. That's
good
a
one.
Yeah.
classic movie about a parent leaving their child alone.
Yeah, it's
like
fucked up.
CPS.
I know. I know.
They drove off that poor kid. They went to France
I
in
know.
the second movie, right? Or the first? No,
No, the first movie they were in
The first movie
France.
to France. It was fucking
Well, where are they
seven.
in the
Dude.
second? Because then
he
they got to
goes
go
to
find
New
him
York,
in New York.
Right? And he
Yeah.
runs into Donald Trump and everything.
Yeah.
It's just living this lavish
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Mr. McAllister's like a fucking mob boss.
know, right?
Everybody
It's
was
just
like talking about like that house. Like, what this guy do?
Yeah, like
I
what?
know, right?
He's got like 12
What
fucking
drug dealing?
kids.
What?
Kids.
Like Mr. McAllister's like definitely like a drug dealer.
No
like,
wonder
right?
why they left his ass. They
Yeah,
can't
like-
keep track.
The Sticky
like,
Bandits were onto him because they had some. They probably had
Yeah.
some.
I
He owed
was
them
just-
money.
They owe the Sticky Bandits some money.
yeah,
I
Joe
was just
Pesci was
reading
good in that
something
movie.
about it, and the family that lived in that house, lived in that house during filming.
No way.
Yeah, they were
Whoa.
but they had guest quarters, and so they were mostly
I mean, the
confined
house
to
is
the
big
guest
enough.
quarters.
That's crazy.
And
Guest
yeah,
quarters.
No, that
and
was
so
a big
literally
house.
some people lived there while they filmed that
It's
movie.
one of my favorite holiday movies. I love Home Alone.
Yeah.
No, it's a
That
good
is
one.
a really
Shit,
good
I
one.
don't-
We haven't even talked about that one yet.
Fuller, who wet the bed? Made those kids go upstairs in the attic. How mean.
I don't know.
It's terrible.
No, I like all the scenes though when he's like fucking with Joe Pesci and I forget the other guy's name, but he's got like the zip line going out the back window
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just like as a kid that is just so dope. Like the little things like your imagination thinks about is just it's pretty freaking cool. But I don't know who my favorite character would be or who I would want to be. Maybe I'll think of it. towards
Yeah,
the
we
end.
could revisit it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to wing. So today for our wings of choice, we got Joey's Pizza, 8707 Buff Ave, Niagara Falls, New York 14304. Comfort food, consistency, great pizza. The service is just outstanding.
Fucks.
It fucks.
Service fucks. Shout out to Joey's.
And they get it done over there, and we're testing out. We got barbecue this time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of you.
Yeah, you know,
So-
I just think it like whatever that place is known for, you know, like their popular flavors. I feel
Yeah.
like we gotta target.
We gotta.
that.
And after
We gotta give them their best bet.
And after we talked about it on the pod, I was thinking about it, and we gotta touch other sauces.
Yeah,
that
but what
we
kind
do.
of barbecue? Because you ever notice there's like so many different
There
types
is
of
a lot of different
barbecue.
I
flavors.
want to
Yeah.
say Joey's has a little different.
That red barbecue, you know what I mean? Like
it's
that red barbecue sauce.
Red barbecue, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
way to put it. It's not like a normal barbecue you get from most pizzerias, but yeah, we're gonna test out some Joey's or some Joey's and see what we think about it. Just a little disclaimer: we're not at the restaurant, so we gotta be a little fair with that. But we're getting it in here right now, and we'll get a little taste test. Let the ladies say what they want to say about it.
I love some chicken wings.
Red-
That's over the flat.
Red
Oh
barbecue.
yeah, see that's the red wings right there.
Right. Yes, usually like the barbecue from like I don't know, Favorites, Goodfellas, like It's like a dark.
It's a darker barbecue.
I feel like
Brown.
Joey's has a browner, like a dark
Yeah,
sauce
and
to
it's Loganberry barbecue.
it. It is Loganberry
Ooh.
barbecue.
Oh,
It is. We talked about it
okay.
last
That's
episode.
points for
I
me.
corrected him and said it was Loganberry Chipotle. I was wrong. Like I
Yeah.
was wrong on a couple
Right.
things on the podcast.
What are you gonna
guys
do?
saw.
You know.
But I'm a human being.
Right.
All right, guys.
What are you gonna
Like,
He's
let me
just a
live.
girl.
Yeah. Oh, can you pass me a napkin?
Yeah. Here.
We're gonna test these out, and we're gonna get. We're gonna do a combined score, like we did last time, and we're blessed to say that Amanda and Megan are gonna join us on the rating,
Yeah,
and they are
this is chicken.
unfortunately eating flats.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
know
that's
what
just more drums for us, right?
So wait, these are really Loganberry. You know, I recently.
No,
so-
these
Oh,
ones are.
okay.
Yeah. So from Judy's, that they have the Loganberry barbecue, and then off the chain. Off the chain.
Incredible.
So I recently tried. I think we were talking about this earlier.
Which are good.
I didn't know this was a thing. Buffalo garlic parm, or garlic. So they're mixing like
The medium.
buffalo wing sauce. Yeah, medium with garlic parm. Whoa, that was like mind blowing. I never had anything like
I
that
like
before.
doing. I don't know if you've ever done it.
No,
I
thank
do
you.
barbecue mixed with medium.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing is too. One thing is too is it gets a little too saucy.
See, guys, like this is
I'm like,
This
see me
is
trying
what
to, like,
you
dunk
have to
without
do.
being messy.
like you gotta soil that wing.
He's like, you gotta get it in the blue cheese. Are you
And the
kidding me
blue
right now?
cheese. See
He's
what
like
I mean
all
here?
over this
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. See, Paige, I know you like this, right? You know what I'm talking about right here.
Shout out P.
Shout out to P. Shout out to G.
Shout out G and P.
These are good.
Mm-hmm.
These are good.
I'm already just gonna come off the bat. I already know what I'm gonna say.
What's that?
I'm rating these wings. It's a 7.6. They're damn good. They're damn good. 7.6. I'm gonna confidently put them at 7.6. I don't know where you guys are putting them at.
You
1
gotta,
to
you
10
gotta let me
score.
kill this real quick.
If you guys don't know, we base it off of crispiness, taste, sauce coatability, and flavor. I mean, this wing's good. I mean, it's crispy. I got the crispy bullshit that's going on the wing. It's everything you want on a
You
wing.
just get that with the drum.
And I love Joey's. Joey's has a banging steak and cheese sub that's not just the wings. Like,
Dude, everything from Joey's is banging.
I've
Yeah.
actually never had Joey's before, and these are bomb. I'm gonna give them an 8.
let's go. An 8.
Yeah.
An
Okay.
8 from Megan.
I'm gonna give them flavor, taste. Everything's good. I personally like them a little bit crispier.
Okay.
So if they were crispy, they'd get a solid 9. But I feel like I'm rating them between like a 7 and an 8. Because it was still good. I
Yeah.
just personally like crispy, which also I feel like I have a hard time ordering. Like every time me and my boyfriend order, he's always like, Tom, extra, extra crispy. Not a lot of places do that. But there's a trick. If you order them plain, they're probably thinking like you're being so extra on the phone asking this. But sometimes we've ordered them plain, and then we get to the house, we sauce them
Yeah.
for the delivery.
That's what I like to
So
do with
that's
my
a little,
chicken tender.
yeah,
my
that's a little
fingers.
trick. Because then like we'll like they don't get soggy,
Yeah,
so they can
that's-
stay a little crispy.
Or have you ever tossed them in the air? You said air fryer? Or
Yeah, we've done
yeah,
that
toss
before
them in the
too.
air fryer,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you have them at an 8. I got them at a 7. What did I say? 7.6?
7.6.
7.6.
You put them at a 7.5.
You got
Yeah,
them at
I'll put 'em at
7.5?
7.5, yeah.
7.5,
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak
7.6.
for you.
No, you're right. I needed the help.
Bobby, what
you
are you
know.
thinking over there? You're scientist of the wing.
I don't know. I like the drum is just fucking amazing. Like you guys seen what I did there. Well, like Amanda said, I mean it could be a little crispier. They came in the box. They've been sitting for a minute. I mean,
Yeah.
we can't be too critical. I'm gonna give them a 7.8.
7.8.
I mean, I feel like I can get a little bit more barbecue, a little bit more tang, a little bit of the sweet tang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Will you do me a favor and go on your phone and calculate the score for us and give us an average score?
What we got here? We got 7.6.
And I like trust Robert's like
His opinion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because his
He's a-
parents are such good cooks.
Oh
Like the
my
kid's been
God.
eating good
7.6.
his whole life.
We got a
He's blessed with good food
7.5.
Yeah.
constantly.
We got a.
Oh no shit! I love favorites.
Yeah.
Favorites,
cool,
yeah.
Shout out favorites. We'll have favorites on eventually.
Yeah,
Seven,
I love
eight.
favorites. Favorites
God.
caters like every.
I like favorites
one of Carter's
subs.
birthday
Oh
parties.
my
Yeah,
God,
favorites
favorites
goes crazy.
subs.
Favorites.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
so many different
Shout out to the
things.
fam. Shout out Dave. Shout out
Yeah,
Ellie. You
Dave
know, like,
always hooks us up.
they're
Like,
going
he
crazy.
treats us so good.
check them
That
out.
was
They're in
former
Lewiston.
employment for me and noobs.
North 8th Street off of Center Street in Lewiston. They got a spot on Sweet Home Road.
We both
in
worked there
Amherst.
for some good amount of time. I worked
Yeah.
there for 5 years. You worked there for probably like 6 or 7.
Yeah, great memories there.
Yeah, dude. It
You
was,
know, I learned a lot being in
and
the
plus,
kitchen. You learn a
that
lot.
was like our first time, I think, like graduating and making like somewhat kind of grown money. You know what I mean?
You know,
'Cause,
just
like,
getting your license. You're like, oh shit, I'm
Remember
delivery
the little
driving.
delivery guy? Yeah.
I'm whipping.
Like, oh,
You know,
shit,
the
I'm
best part about the
slinging
job
Zod
is
right
the
now.
free food. Like, come on
the
now.
Did you
food's
guys get free
great.
food?
Oh
All the
my
time.
god, all the
Yeah.
time.
All the time.
I mean, shout out Luke in the back. You remember, if you remember Luke.
Shout out Luke. Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
come, I'd walk in, he'd be like, pimp, pimp,
Pimp,
and
pimp.
and
What you want, boy?
He'd toss me a 20. I'd have to go get him some Newport 100s, and I'd go to Sergeant Pepper's in Lewiston and pick out a random hot sauce. We'd eat 10 wings, crispy, and we'd try a different hot sauce every time. And sometimes he'd like this like bullshit where it was like 2 million Scoville units. You don't even taste chicken. You just taste pepper.
Crazy.
And fucking
That's like the
hell.
death wings
Yeah,
from
you just
fucking
taste
DOS.
the devil. Like, and it doesn't even taste like chicken at that
That's
point.
It's not even
enjoyable.
fun.
Yeah.
No,
What are
no.
you doing that for?
What was the average score for Joey's?
7-7.
7-7 for Joey's.
Wow,
7-7
lucky
for
That's a
Joey's.
huge, good number for Joey's.
Yeah, Joey's is legit. You guys gotta check him out. I know most of you have probably had him already, but if you haven't, go check him out.
Yeah, that's
8707 Buff Ave.
in the
Niagara
Falls.
Falls.
So
Great wing.
moving on, we're gonna go to Blue Cheese. You guys know we talk about what we got on, why we have it on, and usually the kicks. We talk about the kicks. So Bobby or Santa.
I'm fucking Santa, bitch.
Santa Claus.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm rapping, you know, I got my Saint Nick hat on with the lights. You know, a little necklace, a little bling out. You know what I
Givenchy.
mean? Here, I'll step up real quick, show you guys a little.
He's got the belt.
He's got the Gucci Santa belt.
Gucci Santa belt.
G. Marie, he said he's wearing that
You know what
home
I'm
for
saying? My
you.
boy-
Oh, he said ho ho ho.
My boy Homer had to hop in the cut. He wanted to copy me, but it is what it is. And then you know what I'm saying? We gotta keep the vibes going. No little Christmas kicks. Shout out LeBron 9 Christmases.
I
No,
love
just
that he
keeping
had
it simple.
options.
Yes.
He had options.
Just keeping
for
it
his
simple, you
shoes
know what I mean?
today.
I mean, you guys see in the background behind the ladies, we got some KDs, another pair of LeBrons.
They both move over simultaneously.
We're just keeping the Christmas vibes going, you know, getting in the holiday spirit. So we're just having fun with it. But yeah, LeBron 9's on feet.
LeBron 9.
Santa.
Yeah, Santa.
Santa down, boy.
Obviously,
What
I'm
you
the
got on,
Grinch.
boy?
You know I'm the Grinch, always
You
naughty.
always naughty.
You know what I mean? Got the biggest heart, though. Got the biggest damn
He's
heart.
a great guy.
Yeah.
You just can't have fucking dairy.
You know, I got
so.
the...
You
the
can't
pizza-
have dairy. Wait, you
Yeah.
really can't have dairy?
No, I really can't have dairy.
Oh, so that's where this whole joke
Yeah,
about you not having
no,
the blue
it's
cheese.
no
Oh, that's
bullshit.
a shame.
I'm allergic to
sorry.
lactose,
Oh, man.
unfortunately. Yeah. We wore the same outfits to SantaCon last year, which was actually a lot of fun.
That
even
was
though
so much
we're
fun.
not like the greatest.
That was on
biggest fans of
Chippewa.
Chippewa.
Yeah.
But like we had a really good time. We saw Austin there. We met him at Soho. It was a good time.
Shout out by a guy. That
We
was a
were
great
wearing
time.
I was wearing sunglasses the whole time, and I have one picture with me without those sunglasses on. There was a reason why I was wearing those sunglasses. I was cross-eyed as fuck. I don't know where I was looking. It looked like I was a chameleon. Like, it was bad.
Midday, dude's fucked up.
Wait, is
Just
this
fuck-
the one they do in Buffalo? Right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
gone to that in years. Okay, so it
Yeah.
was last weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did Cindy Lou Who the one year.
Yeah.
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 It's fun. It is a lot of fun, and you should do it if you haven't done it. You
Yeah,
should
if
do
you're
it
in
at
the
least
holiday
once. Do it
spirit,
at least
fucking
once.
go do it, man. Go out with your friends.
And
have
don't
a
be
good
scared
time.
to dress up as the Grinch when everyone's dressed up as Santa.
Yeah, you'll stand out.
Be a little different.
Yeah.
And then on feet, I got the I'm New York, Octavius Marks, hashtag killers only. They might be a potential future guest. On our
Dope brand. Would love to see him on the pod.
Guys
Talk
have
about their
crazy.
shit.
I mean, the quality's crazy. Everything on my feet is leather. The quality's good. The feedback, everything. I mean, the whole
They're killing it.
experience. They're doing a great job. I mean, there's nothing. If you don't know about them, you're gonna know about them. It's just a matter of time.
OM.NY
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got like Gunna was rocking his. He was rocking the same pair that I got
Yeah.
on now. Like, he's really blown up, and I think it's like a conglomerate of guys. I think it's more than just the guy that we know. But
Yeah.
But shout out to I'm New York. I mean, it's dope shit. I don't own any Birkenstocks. It's something a little different that I don't normally have, but I'm really happy with the product, and hopefully we could have them on and talk shop and plug them up and shoot the shit.
That'd be dope, man.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
we give them some ideas, them give us some ideas.
Yeah, maybe do a little collab or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
why not?
I mean, shit, guys. Another episode in the books.
Yeah.
This was so
This
fun.
Yeah,
was
thanks for
literally such
joining
a
us.
blast. Yeah.
Again, Glamour and Grace Beauty. Unleash your inner beauty. 5500 Main Street, Williamsville, New York. Amanda, Megan, thank you so much for coming on and
Thank you for
enjoying
having
this.
us.
Yeah, thank you. This
Yeah.
was
No,
so
it's been
Yeah,
dope.
this was
Been
a
dope.
blast, and
And
Yeah,
we'll
Go check them out. Really.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
those
you.
split ends ain't gonna help themselves,
No, and
okay?
I meant to plug in Grace. How we had mentioned Jean Marie Co. She did all of our capes.
And
So,
our
and our aprons and things that we
yes.
wear.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did a great
did
job.
such a
Yeah,
great
shout out
job,
G
and
Marie.
we
Go
love
check her
her.
out on Instagram. She's the best.
Yeah,
I love her. But yeah, I mean, if you need them to come to your crib, whatever, shit, weddings, they got shit coming up. So anything you need, you guys know where to find them. But yeah, it's been a blast. Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you
Well,
so
thank
much.
you so much.
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, happy holidays. I hope you enjoy your Christmas or whatever holiday that you celebrate. Have a happy New Year. And
Be safe.
all love from the Pacemaker family. Thank you, guys.
Shout out. Dope.
Let's go.